Hello and welcome to December 2023 Coffee and Card. Wow. With it being December, I'm not doing Christmas stuff because hopefully most of your Christmas stuff's already done. So this month we're looking at the Wanted to Say dies, and these are a set of dies that have got a backing piece and then an outline piece that tessellate together. And we've got Happy Birthday, You're Too Kind, Feel Better Soon, which is the one we're going to use today and celebrate. And then it's also got some little additional dies. It's got some hearts, some stars, some parcels, some flowers and a stem and a bow. So it's really useful stamp set, die set to have, and covers lots of different occasions. So we shall get started with card number 1 today. So I'm trying something different this month. I've done a lot of training in November about working smarter, not harder. So I have an idea in my head. I have the bits to make that card in here, but I haven't actually made it yet. And it saves me making it twice in theory. So I've got in here a couple of pieces of designer series paper, so a little strip to go on the inside, and then this one here. And this is why actually I am doing it like this, because I can't cut enough pieces of paper out of the paper I've got like this, because it's one of these. So it's out of the Daisy designer series paper. So I've cut the bottom of all the sheets I have. So if I was to make a card, it would just, I mean, to be fair, it probably would look very pretty with just a couple of daisies at the bottom, but I wanted to use this half of the designer series paper. So that's why I'm sort of winging it on the design. But then I thought, no, this is working smarter, not harder. So basically what we're going to do is layer this up with some copper clay and pop it on the front of a boho blue card. So these are all the new, this year's, not new, they've been here since July, but the in colours. And then I'm going to use these two pieces. So this one I'm going to cut the background of Feel Better Soon, and this one I'm going to cut the detail of Feel Better Soon, and then glue them together on there, and I think that'll look rather nice. Pop this on here and trim it to size, and then stick it on the inside. So that's the plan. Let's see how it goes. Right, so the first thing to do is to die cut your two pieces of sentiment, and to save time I've actually already die cut mine out. So if you wanted, you could pause the video, go cut yours out and then come back. So I'll pop that to one side, and I've got my dies here. So I'll cut the background out in the copper clay, and then the foreground out in the I keep wanting to call it Balmy Blue, and it's not Balmy Blue, it's Boho Blue. But it is such a lovely warm colour and goes really well with the copper clay, which is what the in colours always do, go really well together. Okay, so I'm going to show you some tips. First of all, you don't crease them, so just use your poker tool just to knock out all the little bits. Make sure you have done. There we go. So, and I'm just going to glue these two together. So what I'm going to do, there's a number of different ways you can do this, but I'm thinking probably the best way to do it is I'm going to get my silicone mat. I've even treated myself to a new one. If you haven't already got one of these, they are so good, because you can use them again and again and again. You can wash them again and again and again, and you can, it just, things don't actually stick to it. I mean, there's glue on that, but it'll easily come off, and if I ran that under the top, it'll just fall off top tap. So they're just useful to have, and all I'm going to do is turn the Feel Better Soon upside down, get my glue, a little halo of glue on it, just going to get it flowing, and then little dots, paying particular attention to the ends. It doesn't matter if you go over onto the silicone mat, nothing's going to stick to it, but it just makes it a little bit easier. The way that you can do it is you can spread a pool of glue onto your silicone mat and then dip your die cut into it. You can use double-sided sticky, which we do have back now, and die cut that stick a piece of your paper to it and then die cut it out. Okay, so there's lots of different ways you can do that. So I am more or less happy with that. You just need to focus on the ends of letters because you want those to definitely be stuck down. Okay, and then I have some new tweezers because my son has hidden them all. And no, he hasn't taken these. Right. Okay, even my nice Stampin' Up ones have disappeared into his bedroom. So I am actually going to pick it up in the middle. There we go. So Feel Better Soon, get that out of the way. And then I'm just going to line it up. And I found if you sort of line up, excuse the hair, the first bit, the rest of it falls quite neatly on. Okay. There we go. So just got a little bit of glue spitting out the sides, but that will dry clear. Oops, just fix myself on my tweezers. How simple is that? So it just goes together really, really well. And because they're, you know, designed to go together like that, they do literally just stick together exactly how you want them. Right, so let's have a look. See, that looks lovely, doesn't it? Feel Better Soon. Really pleased with that. And I think I'm actually going to lift that up a little bit. I think it'll stand out a bit more if we put some dimensionals on. So I'm going to get a sheet of my little dimensionals. She says, the minis. Got sheets and sheets of the big ones. Here we go. Got some little ones here, just a few. Okay, and I'm just going to put a few little ones on the wider part of the sentiment. Obviously, cutting big ones in half does just the same job. So, in fact, you could probably get away with the big one on some of these, like that one, for instance. And then I'll put a couple of little ones at the bottom here. There we go. I think I'll just pop another one there as well. Yep. And then that little bit there, I'm actually going to get some scissors and I'm just going to cut a sliver just to fit along there. So I'm just using the edges, or as Connie Stewart calls them, the bones of the dimensionals, and I'm just cutting a very thin strip. And then I'm just going to pop that on there, and I think I might do one here and one here, so let's just cut up another two. So, and again, you can use the edges of either the small or the big big dimensionals to do this with, so the minis or the standards. And I'm just going to pop that on there, because the other way you could do this, actually thinking about it, is if you've got the double-sided foam sheets, you could actually cut the whole thing out already dimensionalized up. I think I'm probably just going to pop that one there rather than on that because it's a bit too curvy. I was going to put it there, wasn't I? Anyway, we're done. Right, so let's pop this together. So if you've got any of the double-sided foam sheets, you could. No, the reason I don't like that glue because it gets all stuck. It's chucking away. Okay, that's better. Right, so I'm just going to glue this on. You see the copper clay on the back of this piece as well is beautiful. Okay, so that just fits on here, she says. There we go. How gorgeous is that? It seems a shame to cover it up, to be honest. And then I'll put this. Too many pots. Too many pots? No, it's too many cooks, isn't it? Spoil the raw. Right, so just popping this on. There we go. It's very simple. Feel Better Soon. Any sort of, you could even use it as a sympathy card maybe, but certainly a get well soon or things are a bit rubbish at the moment card. Probably best for a get well soon sort of card. But often I find it's useful having these sorts of cards in your stash because you don't really get any notice when somebody's fallen ill or being taken into hospital or just a bit down. And I think I'm just going to pop that. I think I'm actually going to pop it over there just so that you can see a bit more of the flowers around. Oh yes, I like that. I do like that. Okay, so nice simple card there. So, and then on the inside, so you can write a little message I've cut. So I'm just going to pop that on there and just trim it to size once it's glued down. So again, another use for your silicone sheet. So, because then you can pop glue all the way down. Pop this on. All sorts on here. Okay, there we go. And then I can stick this on where I want it. So I want it just a little edge from there. Okay. And then I can just wipe off this glue and trim. Wouldn't normally use, I have a pair of scissors I use for things that have got glue on. Goodness knows where they are. So I'm using my second best scissors to do this. My best scissors have got a little dinky thing on, so I can tell they are my best scissors. Okay, so just get rid of that. Pop this in here, and then we're done. So that's card one. Do you know, I'm going to put it that way. Quite like it that way. Right, I quite like this designing on the fly. It'll be remain to be seen if next week's is the same, whether it's really worked. Right. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this. If you're new to my channel, I'd love it if you press subscribe. There should be a picture of me appearing soon, and you can click on that and subscribe to my channel. And I'm always very grateful for any thumbs up, comments, likes. Contact your demonstrator you can buy the dies and the paper. If you don't have a demonstrator, then please, I would love to be your demonstrator. If you can just contact me and we'll sort something out. Right, so take care. Card number one in the bag, and I shall see you all next week. Bye.